Hi there, this is Sarah from Great Days by Sarah, and today I have for us a recovery workout. Probably the most skipped workout of the week by most of us, but I would argue the most important. The purpose of this recovery workout is to increase blood flow to those muscles that you worked all week, which eliminates toxins, takes out the lactic acid that's built up in your muscles, and overall limits muscle soreness, which all in all will increase your ability to have better workouts the following week. So thanks for joining me today. We're taking time for recovery. I'm going to use a towel today in some of these moves. You don't have to, but if you're stiff or you're working on some, especially if you're recovering from an injury, this is a great tool to use. So we'll start seated. You don't need your towel to start. Let's just start with some inhales. Find a nice comfortable posture. Arms come up and hands come to heart center. Thanks for joining me today in this recovery. Inhale up. Exhale, center. Your body will thank you at the end of this one, for sure. Inhale up. Commit to being here for the next 10 minutes or so in working on your recovery. Lift your right arm up, over the top. Use your left hand to assist as much as you need, and then peek up towards the ceiling and breathe. Gaze down towards your left hand and back up. Gaze down and back up, and switch it over other side. Right arm comes down, left hand comes up. Reach it over, making sure our chest is open. We're not sacrificing the posture here. Use your hand how you need it. This side's a little bit more open for me, so I'll be down on my elbow. Keep both sits bones on the floor. Look up and release it down. Release some of the tension through your neck. Down. And up. And then slowly use those obliques to rise. Reach it forward. Start slow, just slightly. Your hips want to stay on the floor. Well, really, they want to come up, but we want them to stay on the floor. Send your hips back, reach your hands forward, and when you start to feel a stretch, you can drop your head. Without lifting your glutes off the floor, walk your hands a little bit further forward. And then walking them right back in. Send both legs out in front. Turn to the side for this one. You're going to go into a seated forward fold. I'm going to use my towel for this one, and I'll encourage you to try it too. Even if you're super flexible, it just changes the stretch slightly. Put your towel around your feet. We're going to find a long, flat spine. So our feet stay flexed. Instead of dropping our nose towards our knees, we're really trying to drive our belly button forward. Relax through your shoulders. If you need more, pull more. But we've just gotten started, and you just want to feel a slight pull through your hamstrings. If you're using a towel, hold it with one hand and twist. And lean and twist and see how that feels. See how it changes the stretch. If you're not using a towel, reach towards the opposite foot and twist. And lean a little bit more. And twist. And then switch sides. I actually like the towel a lot more on this one because I can keep my feet squared. And reverse it a little bit. And roll it up nice and slow. Roll it down into your back. Going to stick with those hamstrings for a moment. Take your towel or your hand around your left foot. Right foot extends long. I'm going to keep a slight bend in my knee for this first part. But if you have great flexibility, then feel free to straighten it. Just to warm up the muscle a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of activity. Increasing that blood flow through your hamstring. And now we'll find the hold. I'm gonna hold with both hands on my towel. And once again, it's slight. A slight pull. My foot towards my face. Then I'm gonna put my towel in my left hand and bring my leg out to the side. Doesn't have to drop to the floor. Just bring it out to the side so I can feel this inner thigh opening. Bring it up slow and bring it across your body this time. Try to keep your shoulders on the floor so you're not fully rolling over onto your right side. So shoulders on the floor. Feeling the stretch through your IT band, through your glute med. And bring it up to the center. Release it, shake it out, right side. Towel goes around the foot if you're using it. And this is my recovering hamstring, so my range of motion will not be what my other side was. Make it active to start. Little rocks, back and forth. And then find the stillness, find the stretch. I'm technically not supposed to be stretching this hamstring, so keeping a deep knee bend in mind. But your leg should be closer to straight. Then we'll grab the towel with your right hand and bring it out to the side, out to the right. And if it makes it to the floor, great. Just make sure you're feeling a stretch. If you're not feeling a stretch, bring your foot higher towards your shoulder. And if it's too much, just come up. Bring it back up. And over to the other side. Right T-band stretch. Keep your shoulders on the mat. It's probably the toughest part of this one. Gaze is straight up. And then bring it up. Shake it out. Let's get those legs a little bit of love. And then come on back up to seat. Gonna have the towel in my left hand. I'm gonna throw it behind my back. And then I'm gonna reach for it. And actually, maybe I'll do this one from the side so you can see it. For people that can reach, I think I can reach on one side. I can reach on this side. So my hands can clasp behind and I can get a pretty good stretch. My other side is not as open. So I'm going to take my towel, reach this hand up and back as high as I can, and then I'm going to wiggle my hands closer together with the towel. So what you don't want to be is completely hunched. You want to keep your posture, keep your chin off your chest. Posture is strong. Breath is deep. Maybe move your hands a little bit closer together. I'm going to actually drop my towel on this one and clasp because I can on this side. And hold for 3. Pull for 2. And 1, release it. Other side, throw that towel over your shoulder. And this side is definitely more stiff for me. Reach this time, it's my right hand coming out and under. But just do the opposite side. I know I switch things up when I change to the side. Deep breaths in, gaze is forward. Maybe wiggle your hands a little bit closer together using your towel. And release it. Let the towel go for a minute. We're going to come back down into your back. So we're going to do a figure 4 stretch. Open up your hips a little bit. Roll down. Maybe rock a little side to side or front and back. Give your lower back some love. And then cross your right foot over your left leg, and just start like this. Now, if you're a runner, you probably feel this. You probably feel this through your hip already as a stretch. But if not, then move your left leg towards you without using your hand to start, just pulling your left leg. Strong flex to this right foot to protect your knee. And then if you want a little bit more, interlace your hands behind your left thigh, but pushing your right knee away from your body. Figure 4 stretch. If you want to add a little hamstring to this, which I can on this side, straighten through this pulling leg. Try to relax through your neck. Try not to make it be here. It's not a core workout today, so relax your shoulders. Relax your head. Find something that stretches but doesn't hurt. And hold for 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Keep your foot crossed. You're going to drop it over to the side with a little spinal twist and pressing this right leg away. A little bit of a different variation through a hip flexor stretch. If that's not enough, move your leg a little bit more. Foot stacks on top of the thigh, and then try to open. Can you tell I'm a runner? Release it and switch it to the other side. That one doesn't always feel like such a great stretch if your hips are tight. Cross your left over, strong flex through your left foot, and just start there. Press this left knee away. Maybe here's where you stay. Second option, lift your leg, pull it towards you. Maybe you stay here this side, or you interlace. Meanwhile, pressing that left leg away so you feel it through your hip. Add the hamstring if you want to on this side. I will not. This is my baby hamstring here today. I'll keep the knee bent. We'll stay here and breathe. Feeling that stretch through your outer hip. Then release your hands if you have them and find the twist. Foot plants down. Press this leg away. And then once again, if you need a little bit more, stack that left foot on your leg and press this hip open. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of change when I do that in my body today. And release it. Come on up. Gonna make our way up to stand. Bring your towel with you if you're using it. One standing posture today for our quads. I'm going to use the towel just to change it up a little bit. I'm going to start ground through your left foot. Towel's going to loop around your right. Maybe. And then pull the towel in towards your glute. Relax your foot on your right foot. Make your left leg work a little bit. And then if you're there, if you've pulled it all the way to your glute, maybe you tilt forward a little bit. Keep pulling. You should feel a great stretch to the front of your leg through your quadricep. And maybe even a little through your hip flexor, depending on how those feel today. And if you don't have it touching, if you're here and you feel it, stay there, don't tilt. Just if you need a little bit more. For 3, for 2, for 1, release it. And keep in mind each side's different, so just because you tilted on one doesn't mean you'll tilt on the other. Plant your right foot, left foot bends, and then relax your left foot. Find the stretch, find the balance. And then if your heel is touching your glute, maybe you tilt a little bit. And open up your quad a little bit more. done with our towel, you can set that to the side. We're gonna come down for a hip flexor stretch. Left leg forward, right leg's back. We're gonna keep our knee down today. Both hands come into the center. Maybe inch your foot a little bit towards the outside. We'll find this kind of modified lizard pose from yoga. And this is all I need. I can stay right here. I feel my hip flexor opening here, and this is definitely plenty. If you need a little bit more, and you can take your elbows down to the mat without this left knee kind of flailing out to the side, try it. If it flails, bring it back in. You really want to hug this left knee into your left arm. Your focus, sending your hips forward as much as you can, and we'll breathe. We'll play with that left leg in just a moment. If you're down on your forearms, come on up. Now we're going to let our left knee turn out. So I'm going to show you from the front just so you can see what it looks like. My lizard was here, my knee's plugged in to my left arm. Now I'm going to let it go, and then I'm going to lean. So totally different stretch. I'm on the outside edge of my left foot. I'm still pressing my hips forward, but now I'm feeling it through my left foot, or my left hip as well. So kind of let it go to the side. If you want to be on your forearms, you can be on your forearms. It's a little bit easier on this one because that leg doesn't have to be in the way. And we'll breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. I just realized you couldn't really see my foot in that. I was out of my camera. So I'm on the outside edge of my foot as I'm turning my other foot out. Let's go into the other side. Right foot forward, left foot back. Hip flexor stretch to start. Wiggle your right foot to the side. Both hands come center. And find your stretch. Find your spot. Mine is definitely on my hands today. Maybe you're on your forearms. Keep that right leg plugged in towards your right arm to start anyways. Then if you're down on your forearms, come back up, and then we'll play with this right leg. So I'm on the edge of my foot. I let it flail to the side, and then I refine the stretch. And once again, if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Go back to the hip flexor stretch that we started with. Breathe for 3, for 2, and 1. Wiggle out however you can wiggle out. And we're going to meet in child's pose. Toes together, knees apart, hips to heels. Reach your hands way forward. 1 moment to reflect on the workouts of the week, including today's recovery. Now's a great time to set a goal for the upcoming week, whether it be the number of sessions you get in, specific workouts you'd like to do, or a goal you'd like to challenge yourself with. Take a few moments now and reflect. When you're ready, come up to hands and knees, and then find a comfortable seat. We'll do one last inhale together, right where we started. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thanks for joining me today in this recovery workout, and I'll see you soon. Go have a great day.